and then obviously there is a future promise that the Aboagye. Miracle, so on the immediate need, they are having challenges with the current arrangement. That needs to be fixed because it says school is reopening. Foster?
We have already opened.
Okay, and you said the registration is ending.
Ending Friday.
Okay, and you need the fee sorted.
Yes.
And some of you will lose that. Can that be? Let's address that first.
There are critical issues in this conversation, and that's one of the issues we have to look at. So you see, these are a group of persons who are telling you that, listen, but for this scholarship we have to go home. So it tells you the critical need of this particular program for these people, and that is very fundamental. What it means is that a conversation around it being abandoned is a non-starter. Because if you say you are going to abandon it, they are going home. And it's a very important point he made. The second bit is that you are running a program. The program clearly has to be constantly looked at and tweaked and improved. So you run a program for about 3-4 years, it's encountered challenges. You need to find a way to improve upon what you have now going into the future. And that's what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has spoken about. I don't think that this week the university is going to let any of them go home. I mean, this is a very important information.
But the Vice President look into this?
Definitely. It's resolve it? Absolutely. There's no doubt about that. It will be dealt with immediately. But let's come even to the substantive.
You know I'm going to come back and hold you to it.
Absolutely. Trust me.
Because this platform is a very
It would not happen because the essence of these things is to ensure that they do not go home.
And first, I'm going to check with you. The registration ends when? Friday?
Yes, please.
Yes. Miracles has given you his assurance.
Absolutely.
The Vice President 100%. Has heard you
100%.
and will make sure that you and 100%. Others affected will not 100%. Be affected. Yes.
100%. And even these things tells you why some of these interventions from government are very, very crucial and critical. Because, but for these interventions, he's telling you that they are going home. And that, but for these interventions, they cannot even have access to university education at all. And so it tells you that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia did not just get up one day and put it in a manifesto. He's identified it as a critical need which needs to be implemented for these students. Now, we've run this for about 3-4 months. Clearly, the source of funding from the Scholarship Secretariat is not one that can help them the way we wanted to help them. Good news is that the persons with disability have a fund that sits with the District Assembly Common Fund, which is also geared to, when I was MC, I was paying school fees for a lot of, he was in my municipality. I was paying school fees for a lot of persons with disability from that fund. And so if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia feels that, listen, this is a challenge he has identified with the Scholarship Secretariat right now for, is it a loan secretariat? The loan secretariat right now for these students. Shall we look at the source of funding and redirect it so that it becomes more sustainable? And that is what he is talking about now. But for the Friday situation, he can be rest assured that it will be dealt with without any doubt at all.